MG's Director of Sales and Marketing, Guy Jones, joins me live now from Birmingham. Guy, thanks very much indeed for bearing with us. Good to have you on the show. Can you tell me how many models you're planning to sell this year, or you're hoping to sell this year?
Well, we're about to launch the MG6 Fastback, which is the first all-new MG for 16 years. And within 3 months, we'll bring a second new model to the market, which will be a saloon. And we're looking to sell around 2,000 to 3,000 of those vehicles in the first year.
And how many do you need to sell in order for it to be profitable?
Well, now we're part of SAIC, which is the world's 8th largest manufacturer. We've spent hundreds of millions of pounds investing in a range of products for Europe. So it'll be some time before we recover the return on that investment. But we're building a business across the whole of Europe now, starting from today, really.
Can you talk to me about why MG will be viable under Chinese ownership?
Yes, basically because, as I said, we're now part of a large global manufacturer. We've got the ability to invest in a range of products and develop products from Europe in conjunction off the same platforms of the vehicles that are sold across the world and in China. And we've got the volume base. Our parent company in China is the largest manufacturer in that market. We sold over 3.5 million vehicles last year. So we've now got a volume base for the company to build off and to enable us to achieve a profitable future for the brand.
Yeah, and I guess you're benefiting from lower costs from mass production, lower labour costs as well. Could you be more specific in terms of how much lower your cost base is?
Not really in terms of specifics. I mean, yes, the cost base in terms of manufacturing over there is lower at the moment, but the world is changing rapidly. I think what we benefit most from is the volume of the market. As I said, building 3.5 million vehicles enables us to reduce the cost base of the vehicle down from, the brand in the past has only built tens of thousands of vehicles at a time. So it's a completely different scale and allows the cost base of the vehicle to be brought down on the back of that huge volume base.
So whereabouts do you think, where will your biggest markets be?
Well, the biggest market initially will be China because it is now the world's largest automotive market. We will start, in terms of our European plans, we're starting here to re-establish the brand as it's its home market in the UK, and that's most important. And then we'll expand into a range of European markets from the end of next year. So initially the plan is obviously to create a strong foothold in China and then a presence in the key European markets.
And just to be clear about the way this works, you've got the cars essentially being imported from China. So they are mostly being made 75% made in China, and then they're finished off at Longbridge. That's correct, isn't it?
The major components, major sub-assemblies, yes, we final assemble the vehicle here, so there's no powertrain or drivetrain in the vehicles at all. The body shell is missing when it comes here, part of the front of it. So there's a large chunk of final assembly work we do here, and then finally the vehicle drives off the production line here in Birmingham. But it's the way of modern manufacturing in the car industry. No cars are built from a piece of sheet metal anywhere in the world anymore. They're final assembled in the plant where they roll off the production line.
Only perhaps a matter of time before it's pretty much made. The components are sourced in China, they're assembled in China, 100% made in China.
Well, I think the important thing is that we're sitting on a site here today, which is around 60 acres. We've protected this manufacturing facility now for the past 5 years, and there's a capability here to build cars from a much lower level of assembly. We've protected the paint shop here, the full assembly lines, and an area to do component assembly in at huge cost to the business. So I think this is a great opportunity that whilst the manufacturing level of manufacturing is small when we start today, it is final assembly. We've got the potential for a higher level of assembly as the volume grows through this plant, and it becomes really the gateway to the European markets for this new and exciting business.
How much, just a very quick one, how much do you expect production to expand by? And what sort of time frame are we looking at, say, in a year from now, 2 years from now?
Well, in the next 5 years, we've got a very exciting portfolio of products to come to Europe. There's a number of new models, and we can see the volume raising into the tens of thousands of units for the European markets as those products are introduced. So as I said, we've got 2 products this year. We start with new engines next year, and then the following year we've got more new product lines that enter the market. So really the next 5-year window is a very exciting high growth period for our business.
Okay, Guy Jones of MG Motors UK, thanks for speaking to us. Appreciate it.